AEW Dynamite is following things up after Grand Slam in Australia, and we have a bit to get to on this program. There is going to be a street fight. I like with Hobbs because he's doing the meat chant because Big E said that thing that time. I think I forget which blog it was called this. AEW is giving us street meat because it is definitely two meaty men smacking meat with Powerhouse Hobbs taking on Big Cass. It should be fun. I am the opposite of interested in Powerhouse Hobbs kind of being dragged into the Jericho vortex. We talked about it on that big episode of Dynamite where he had a chance at the championship. We didn't think that was going to be where the Death Rider angle was going to end, but we thought, hey, you know what? This is where I think a big feud now needs to build for Powerhouse Hobbs. Didn't, because now he has dropped down into this vortex and now he is having street fights with Big Cass on television. But either way, I think the Big Cass turn away from Jericho is kind of coming. I don't know how much is there with him, but I think there's a lot there with Powerhouse Hobbs. So I am hoping that this continues his build, and at least we're getting some consistent TV time for this guy. We are also getting the newly named Opps with Samoa Joe, Katsuyori Shibata, and Hook taking on the Patriarchy, Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, and whoever, Sabian. I'm ready for all this to be done. Like, this feud has been going on for a really, really long time. It hasn't really done a whole lot. It got us a great Samoa Joe comeback, so that's cool. But like Christian with this briefcase has been so lackluster. It's fairly apparent they don't really have much of a plan with that. And like this just whole thing has really been dragging through the mud. And Christian was doing some fine work leading up to it. Not fringe of the championship picture fine, but some fine work leading up to it. So I don't know. Hopefully this one just ends at some point soon. One of the big exciting things, I think, is going to be MJF against Hangman Page. And there has been some frustration, and a little bit from behind this microphone, about MJF and some of the promo styles that we've been getting, where it is just... It's cheap heat stuff, basically, right? It's referencing guys' alcoholisms and dead friends and stuff like that. And it's like, that doesn't make you a good promo. It just means that you're willing to say things into a microphone. Like, that's not... that I feel like that sort of a thing is beneath MJF at this point. And Hangman is not, like, he is a good promo, but he's not necessarily known for the big fall, like the big epic back and forth thing. So I think this will be very interesting. Again, my dog's quite excited about it. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm interested to see some of the follow-up to Grand Slam. What's next for Toni and Mariah? Do we get one more big match at Revolution here? What's next for Okada as well? I kind of vented some frustration yesterday in the Grand Slam recap about how I want more from Okada. This is a guy that needs to be in the main event picture and not just be in a middling title feud. So we need more now from Okada as we lead up to a pay-per-view. And is there any advancement in the Coke Mox story? I hated how they handled that match at Grand Slam, and so I am hoping we get something from it tonight. So that is the tee-up for AEW Dynamite.